Alright everyone, welcome to this edition of my cricket reviews. And sorry about the delay. I just had a lot of work. It just got done for the week. Just got back from Arlington. And can't wait to talk about this match. Oh boy. Bangladesh versus Sri Lanka. Drink Coca-Cola. No, seriously, get one right now. Excuse me. Right. Now, first of all, let me address match 17 real quick. Afghanistan versus Scotland. Afghanistan threw with the plot at one point, actually giving, not going for the kill. But then again, Scotland took advantage of bad at Afghan bowling, and then Scotland did very well to actually have Afghanistan win the match in the last over by 1 wicket. And to that I say, Bangladesh, you got some competition ahead of you, boy. Scotland, they've shown they're no pushover teams, and I seriously think that the surprise factor is going to get to them as well. Well, now Sri Lanka versus Bangladesh. It was in a way you can say it was a squash match because Bangladesh lost by close to 100 runs, but thankfully not 100 runs. But this was the situation was all set up wrong for Bangladesh because Sri Lanka had a point to prove, and Sri Lanka had a big point to prove, and Sangakkara was playing a 400 game. Malinga had a point to prove. Because in the last game he wasn't that spectacular. In fact, the last game it was Jawazna who actually, rescued the team. And even Dilshan had, TMD had a point to prove. So let's get to the match. Now, I actually, when the match started, I actually was in the gym. I'll just finish up my workout, and when I come back, hold on. Let me just open up my notes. Okay, I came back from gym around the 7th or 8th over, and what's the first fucking thing I hear? The first fucking thing I hear, Harsha fucking good for nothing, unfit for the job, Bhogle. And guys, if you're following me on Twitter, I actually did tweet this out. Hashtag shut up Harsha Bhogle. I actually did tweet this out. And next time you hear him on commentary, you don't like him, I encourage all of you to actually tweet out the same to him. Hashtag shut up Harsha Bhogle. Okay, later on I'm gonna get to why I think he's such a bad commentator. But anyways, Murtada was bowling like the man he is. He doesn't get wickets, but he will create doubt in the batsmen's minds. For the most part. And he has a decent pace. He doesn't have good pace. He has decent pace. But Rubal was saying at one point he was bowling too short, and letting the pressure Murtada build up, letting that be released. Okay. Now, obviously I didn't watch the first over, but I saw the highlights that showed that Lahore Tirimane, he was actually dropped off Murtada by Anamul Haq in the first over, and this is surprising because Anamul Haq is a wicket keeper. He also has a role, domestically he's a wicket keeper. You expect wicket keepers to take these chances. Okay, then you have another edge by Lahore Tirimane that goes between edge and first slip for 4, and something the coaching staff need to focus on. Okay, after 10 overs, there was steady enough. Sri Lanka were 51 for 0. At this point, I was actually thinking, 300. 300. Like you can see even Dilshan was a bit circumspect, and Tirumana was very circumspect. He's edging a lot. He's not timing the ball. You could see that. Okay, I believe that edge of Tirumana actually, there's also another edge of Tirumana, and that over, which was the first over that was bowled by Shakib Hassan. Okay, then after in the first change, Mahmudullah comes in to bowl the 13th. Okay, and Sri Lanka started to put their foot on the pedal. So at the 16 over mark, Sri Lanka were 76 for 0, and at this point, Bangladesh, I'm motherfuckers, you gotta be careful, man. I mean, the Canberra ground is bigger than the MCG. The Canberra ground, the Maruka Oval that had almost 100-meter boundaries. So MCG should not be that that big of a deal in terms of boundary size. Oh, by the way, the crowd was actually pretty good. I mean, it takes some real effort to fill up a stadium of 100,000 people. But to get 35-40,000 people over there, it shows you that a Bangladesh match will actually have some support, and Australia might actually look to actually host Bangladesh. It's not like it's going to be a complete waste. Okay, then comes Taskin Ahmed to bowl the 17th. Okay, and at this point, Harsha, somebody made a joke about Mushfiqur Rahim, who's Harsha Bhogle asked, who's shorter, Mushfiqur Rahim or Taylor? I believe he's referring to Brendan Taylor. Okay. I believe his co-commentator, I believe it was Dean Jones or Damien Fleming. He said, well, in Australia we have a saying, they're short enough to milk cows standing up. Harsha Bhogle, oh, stop it, you are just terrible. You are just absolutely horrible and terrible. Oh, you did not just go there. For the entire over, this motherfucker was laughing at a stupid ass joke. Look, look, why do I keep giving a Michael Cole comparison? Michael Cole, he sounds too happy to be there, even though the joke or the performance or the product is all shit, and it has nothing to do, a lot of the shit he says that has nothing to do with what's going on. I'm like, you fucking idiot, you're laughing so hard at that joke? And then again, Dean Jones and David Fleming, okay, I guess that was a bit funny, okay. Do you see how corny, at this point, actually, put out the tweet, hashtag shut up Harsha Bhogle, with your corny ass. Okay, Mahmudullah comes in to bowl the 20th again. And now, they're looking at sort of in a way damage control Bangladesh, but Sri Lanka were 90 for 0, but yeah, the run rate has come down a bit, but still they need to be a bit more careful. Okay, now here's where the experience of Dilshan and the lack of experience of the Bangladeshi newcomers actually came in. Taskin Ahmed bowled the 24th, I think, and Dilshan actually reached a 50 in that over. And Taskin Ahmed actually bold deliveries and giving Dilshan a chance to score 3 4s. And believe me, this match was 4s galore. There were way too many 4s. Okay, with this, Sri Lanka reaches their 100 as well. Okay, 23.5 overs. Sorry, Taskin came to bowl the 23rd, I think. Yeah, 23.5 overs. Tirumane was dropped. Again, another drop catch. This time of the bowling of Mahmudullah. Okay, Rubal Hussain, he bowled the 25th. Okay. Okay, and you also had 2 overs by Sabir Rahman. Okay. Okay, and here is the only wicket of Sri Lanka to fall, 24.3 OV. Rubal Hussain bowled a short delivery, and Tirumane tried to play the ramp shot. But he just timed it a bit too well, I guess, or played the wrong shot, because there was the third man just sat there for that shot, and then he just gobbled it up. Okay, and now first of all, and on this note, congratulations to Kumar Sangakkara, 400th ODI, and what an achievement. Okay. Okay, here was some good captaincy, but you need skill for the captain, in your team for good captaincy to pay off. Mortaza, brought himself back on to actually try and take the wicket. And then Taskin Ahmad, he bowled 28. Mahmudullah comes into bowl, and then you have a lot more sloppy fielding. You have overthrows being taken. You have singles that should not have been taken being taken. Okay, then after 30 overs, you can see they're putting the foot on the pedal. The 147 for 1. Okay. Now the intent was shown even a lot more after 32 overs when Sri Lanka actually took the power play, 3 overs before the mandatory time. Okay, 32.6 over, another drop catch. Hold on, what happened? Yeah, another drop catch, and Okay. Look how important this was. Taskin Ahmed, he missed a cotton bowl chance of Sangakkara. The guy who went on to pick up 100 as well. So yeah, I mean, Bangladesh have the fielding was sloppy overall. Shakib Al Hasan comes to bowl the 34th. Mortaza bowls the 35th. Okay, after 35, Sri Lanka were 179 for 1, and Mortaza, he was trying to do his job. He was bowling like a beast, but at this point, I'm like, fuck 300, 350. They're going for 350 because after the power play, Sri Lanka were 196 for 1, so almost 50 runs, gotten in the power play. Okay, Sabir Rahman, he bowled the 38, and in 2 balls, Sri Lanka picked up their 200. Okay, and Shakib bowled the 39th, and 38.5 over Sangakkara reaches 50. Okay, I've noticed something here. And this was not pointed out by the cornball commentators, by the way. Right, Sangakkara, what he did consistently, he kept coming down the wicket to actually disturb Shakib's, line and length. He did this a lot. He did, and I mean almost every ball. So Shakib, something to look, something to see over there. You are going to get left-handers. Bro, you are gonna get left-handers. You are gonna get quality left-handers, and you might want to come up with a few more variations, on or techniques on how to deal with left-handers. Okay. After 40 over Sri Lanka, 217 for 1. Okay, and 40.5 Dilshan. TMD, congrats, got to 100. He played circumspect, but he played with a purpose. Okay, in the 42nd over, Sangakkara was dropped again. again now because this I don't know what happened. Okay, and Mominul Haq, he's the one who dropped his catch. Okay, and guys, I'll try to remember this. I did not watch the second innings because I actually went to sleep. I had lectures and stuff, and over here by the time the match is over, it's like 6 p.m. and I have lectures at 10. I have revisions to do, and at 11 I have revisions to do at 10. So, but I'll talk about the second innings as well. But I will talk about Harsha Bhogle. You will get a rant from me. Okay, Taskin Ahmed comes into bowl the 43rd, and Mahmudullah bowls the 44th. Murtala bowls the 47th, and by the way, Taskin Ahmed, he was getting some good pace over here. He was getting some good like consistent mid 140s, occasionally dropping down to 139, but he was getting some good pace, and his pace his technique was actually put over by the Australian batsmen, by the Australian commentators, and even to an extent the Sri Lankan commentator. Okay, Murtaza, he bowled like a beast because 9 overs he went for 39 runs. The last over he went for 14 runs, so that sort of doesn't do him justice, but he bowled like a motherfucking beast. And and he should have had a wicket, and Sri Lanka's score should not have been this high. Shakib to bowl the 48th. And in 2 balls in, Sri Lanka's 300 is up. Rubal Hussain bowls the 49th. Okay, 48.4. TMD gets to 150. And Taskin Ahmed to bowl the last over. And congratulations to System Makara again. He got to his century in the 49 first ball of the 50th over. He got to his 100 in his 400 game. Congratulations to him. A great player. Just wish it wasn't at our expense, like so many other people having records at our expense. Now at the end of 50. Okay, Sri Lanka ended up with 332. Samakar is not out, and TMD he had his best score again at our expense, 161. Okay, my thing was it was the experience, it was the pressure, and it was nerves because you see a lot of the people who drop catches apart from one of Mushfiq, and Mushfiq his wicket keeping has been a bit circumspect. Mominul Haq dropped a catch. Sabir Rahman, I believe, dropped a catch. Taskin Ahmed, I believe, he dropped a catch. So it's these newcomers, but still, you gotta World Cup. You gotta take these chances, man. Okay, and at this point, I retired to the notion that Bangladesh are going to lose this match. Now, how they should try and their best not to lose this match by by a huge margin. Which they could have done a bit better. Yeah, I mean, you might at this point, it's about salvaging the damage, reducing the damage to the run rate. Okay. Now, let me speak of Harsha fucking Bhogle. Okay. Okay, this motherfucker, his biggest problem, what his biggest problem is? He talks about shit outside the game. Okay? The match is going on, there's a tense situation. Right, so Damien Fleming, I hear you like pigeons a lot. I hear you like the Indian curries a lot. Alright, so Andrew Simons, I hear you wanted to see one of the TV presenters in a frock one time. Naughty boy. He talks about bullshit outside the game. I'm like, put the fucking players over. That's your fucking job. Okay? If I were to pull a Harsha Bhogle, Hey guys, by the way, I really like Coca-Cola. I'm not even kidding. I really like Coca-Cola. And if McDonald's are not selling this, if 7-Eleven was not selling this, and fuck KFC and fuck Burger King for making Pepsi their main soft drink. And if Subway are not selling this, I don't think I would even actually eat in those places. Even TGI Fridays, they have Coca-Cola. And you know what? It's so great. I'm just gonna have a sip right now. Oh, by the way, there's some sort of cricket match about to start between West Indies and South Africa. Oh, and speaking of non-relevant topics, you see this iPhone? I actually got this from Kaladia Mall. Yes, from Kaladia Mall, second floor, right opposite the Nokia showroom. Okay, and on this, you could probably see you could probably download an app where you can actually. Yeah, you can download an app which is probably not for free, but still, it's so super that you have to download it. And I'll shamelessly plug it 250 times. You can download the app, and what you're gonna get is you can see that Chris Gayle fantastic knock of over 200. Of course, Rohit Sharma has the biggest one, and all the other ones belong to India. But you can actually see that some sort of cricket match between that's going on that's going on between Jamaica and South Africa. Oh, sorry, I mean West Indies and South Africa. You see, this is the bullshit that Harsha Bhogle does. He talks about bullshit outside cricket. I'm like, Mortada's bowling like a beast. Put his bowling over. Okay? When you have Dean Jones putting Tafkin Ahmed over, when you have Damien Fleming putting Mahmudullah over, when you have Russell Arnold putting Shakil Hassan over, and by the way, this has actually come to me that Harsha Bhogle actually doesn't like Bangladesh. Yeah, fuck you. No, but bro, you're not in a position to talk about liking and disliking when your commentary skills is worse than Atar Ali Khan. Okay? Your commentary skills are worse than Atar Ali Khan. No, fuck it. Atar Ali Khan is an underrated commentator. Your commentary skills are worse than Arun Lal. It's almost now at the level of Navjot Singh Sidhu, who talk about fucking one-liners and fucking shit. Look, a commentary nightmare. Harsha Bhogle and Navjot Singh Sidhu, commentary nightmare. Because you don't know how many times I wrote in my notes, shut up Harsha Bhogle. I'm like, I can't stand this motherfucker, man. Because every other commentator, they talk about the match that's going on. Okay, they talk about the ball, and they put the Sri Lankan players as much as the Bangladeshi players. And Harsha Bhogle, Bangladesh have only themselves to blame. Bangladesh, you expected so much more. You still want this biscuit, Russell? You still want this biscuit? Dude, fuck Harsha Bhogle, man. Look, what do people see in him? Like, I've seen Indian news media fucking suck this guy's 3-inch cock on their news channels. What do they see in him? Look, Sunil Gavaskar, when he came on, he was talking about, the technique of Shakib, the technique of Mahmudullah, the variations, okay, the variations, the lines of Sabir Rahman, okay, the good balls, the bad balls, okay, and the accuracy of Mashrafi Murtaza, okay, the slingy action of Rubul Hussain, okay, and the raw potential in Taskin Ahmed. You saw Sunil Gavaskar put this over. You saw Dean Jones put this over. Damien Fleming put this over. Russell Arnold put this over. The only motherfucker that didn't put it over is Harsha Bhogle. The only motherfucker who didn't talk about, he talked about bullshit outside cricket. Bullshit outside this match is Harsha Bhogle. I mean, you can have a very serious match going on, a tense situation, a pressure situation, and this guy, this motherfucker, he's gonna talk about wristbands. This motherfucker is going to talk about stupid ass merchandise you can probably get from BCCI.com. Okay? This is why I compared this motherfucker to Michael Cole. And look, not only this, I've seen him in other matches as well. And he tries to sound very eloquent. No! You sound like a dumbass. Harsha Bhogle, you sound like one of the biggest idiots who's trying to sound aristocratic, who's trying to sound intelligent, and who's trying to sound like he has a lot of cultural knowledge. No. Your job is to commentate about cricket. You're doing all this bullshit around cricket. That's the biggest problem I have with Harsha Bhogle. No, if you don't like it, first of all, say one thing wrong that I've said. Prove me wrong. Before he just hates Indians. Okay, he just hates Indians. I am going to give him a very strong dislike. Shut the fuck up, shove that thumb up your ass. Okay, first of all, there's a comment section and there's, message board, everything. If you disagree with me, prove, state your point. Why? State your point, why am I, why do you think I'm wrong? And no, it's not about hating Indians. Sunil Gavaskar was a very good commentator. Ravi Shastri was their best commentator. Man, I miss that guy on the mic, man. I miss Ravi Shastri. I miss Ravi Shastri on the mic because he makes cricket sound manly when you have those tense situations when the crowd is getting behind the team. He makes cricket sound manly. Harsha Bhogle makes cricket sound Disney. He makes cricket sound like it just had a sex change operation from a man to a woman. So, post your comments. Why you don't like him? And for the last fucking time, cricket is a gentleman's sport. Cricket is not an aristocratic sport. And if you're in the stupid notion that a gentleman cannot be tough, cannot be a badass, then you sir are a certified pussy. Either you have very wrong notions, or you are a certified pussy. Right. Speaking of pussies, Bangladesh actually did not step up to the plate because I saw a bunch of zeros and all that in the scorecard. I think only Sabir Rahman is the only guy to get to a 50. But other than that, Malinga had a point to prove when he got Tamim Iqbal out bowled in the second ball, and then Samir Sarkar didn't survive as long. And Anamul Haq tried. Well, everyone tried, I guess, but they were bowled out in less than 50 overs. And I hate when that happens, when teams get bowled out for less than 50 overs. That means, they actually, wasted some deliveries where they could have been making more runs. So anyways, in the end, Sri Lanka won by close to 100 runs. Everyone chipped in with their bowling. I believe, and Sri Lanka did not drop their catches. Bangladesh dropped way too many catches and gave away way too many extra runs. Okay, and there was that fours galore period. I think Malinga's economy was 3 point something, and that sort of tells you he's trying to set things right and set Sri Lanka up for in a strong position. Bangladesh right now are in pool B. They're in the 4th position right now. Their run rate is still in the positive, is plus 0 point something, but they should be careful. Their next match, I believe, is on March 9th. March 9th or March 5th. It's a Tuesday. I believe if it's a Tuesday night in the United States, I will be covering the entire match. If it's the Wednesday night, or a Monday night, it'll have to be the same deal where I cover one innings and the other innings I cannot cover because Tuesdays and Thursdays I have classes. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this review, and please do leave your comments and suggestions in the comment section, and follow me on Twitter TanTiger01, and YouTube on this channel, or Tanveer Syed, or / the Bali Critic. And And hit like and subscribe and recommend this to your friends and hashtag shut up Harsha Bhogle.